man. Shit. Damn, I didn't rip this joint already, joint.
Snap it in here like that, push it in.
Snap.
Just tighten up the block.
Yeah. Shit. It's your phone. Go to my YouTube page, see what happens.
It's coming back up. I cut it off. You say YouTube, right?
Yeah.
Put your YouTube up. YouTube reaction.
Yeah, I see.
You see it?
Yes, that's
okay. You just put it right now.
See. Okay.
Let me see if I got something.
Oh, there we go. That's us. Yeah, okay. There we go, Mom.
Okay.
You take it from there.
Are you going to interview?
Well, it's back for 1975.
1975, growing up around Langston Terrace. But foremost, first, before I even go live, I want to let people know we're doing this for educational purposes. No, we don't glorify some of the things that we used to do. No, we was in the streets. We just, unfortunately, the environment that we came through, you know, we had choices that we had made, and you know, they weren't always good choices, but we had to do what we had to do. I want to let people know we're doing this for education.
Great.
So we're doing this for educational purposes. You know, my brother here, man, wanted to, you know, tell my story. I really pretty much, you know, didn't think my story was so big, but so many people that asked me to come out with my story about, you know, who I am, who I was, after, you know, a couple of other guys in our neighborhood had, you know, left. And, you know, that's when I had my rise and coming up.
Well, this has been my best friend for 51 years.
Yeah.
1974, 73. His brother Neil, Rick, Mike, and this Mark right here. I just live right up here in the little projects right here, Langston Terrace. Louise, Debbie, Niecy, Peaches, me. We got a lot of people who grew up in this neighborhood. The Hills, the Pilots, the Max, the Davis.
Kurt Bone, you know, we can't, you know, leave out him, you know what I'm saying? One of the guys that we grew up with around Langston.
Yeah, Benji, family, Kevin Myers, Richard Seawoods, Kevin Conti, Kevin Meyer, Brad Myers.
Terry Puller.
Yeah, Terry P, my man.
Yeah.
And don't forget Big Boosie.
Yeah, Big Boosie, most definitely Edward Farley, our guy.
Yeah. Well, Langston was a nice unified neighborhood back in the day. When we was growing up, you know, we had block parties. You remember, it really never was no shooting, huh?
No, it wasn't. You know, when we was literally doing our thing around Langston Terrace, we never allowed outsiders to come in and do their thing. If you didn't live around here, you couldn't be around here doing no illegal activity, you know? And that was something that we was big on because we built it from the bottom on up, you know.
You remember Candy Lady, Miss Fonia?
Yeah, I remember the Candy Lady.
Yeah, Miss Fonia, the Candy Lady. She sell candy and all that good stuff. Langston was a good neighborhood, man. But now you're seeing it. They boarding it up. They doing veneration to it, whatever they doing. Miss Richardson still live around here.
Yeah.
God bless her soul.
Also, we can't leave out Michael Mahoney and Charlie and the Mahoney family.
Mahoney family.
You know, they shout out to them, good family, man. Kern and Michelle, Charlie and Mike.
You know, you can't leave out all of them. Basically, Langston was really like Mr. Jesse, Miss Geraldine with the neighborhood council back then. And she kind of helped the neighborhood stay in bond. My godmother, Miss Janice, I better not leave her out.
Yeah, Miss Janice, God rest her soul.
You remember we started our Langston Terrace band back in the early 80s?
Mm-hmm.
We were competing against Junkyard. Yeah. Me, you, Peanut, Stokes.
Remember we used to go to Minnesota Avenue movie theater. We used to walk from Langston Terrace all the way over to Minnesota Avenue.
Yeah.
You know.
But like I say, Langston was nice. But then in the 80s came, early 80s, we still had unity. It doesn't matter what was going on, it always stayed unity in Langston.
Yeah.
And that was the wonderful thing about Langston Terrace. It always stayed unity in Langston. And a lot of love, you know. Then as the drug problem came in, you know, after my family collapsed, drug addiction, my family took it really, 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 really bad. You know, the drugs, you know. A lot of our family took the same drug problem, you know.
Yeah.
Then even when you rise to the game, I remember when you started off.
Well, after, you know, I started off, man, dealing with, you know, my guy, Kurt Bone. You know, he was my, you know, guy that actually seen something in me, you know, to see my potential. And as time went on, I started looking at, you know, at the end of the day, if I was going to take risks, I might as well take risks for me. If I was going to go to jail, I was going to jail for me. You know, and at the end of the day, I couldn't see me being up under somebody for so long because the type of chances that we was taking was penitentiary chances, life sentences. And, you know, the first time I ever met Alpo was around Langston Terrace. As we know that, you know, he had, I'm not going to use her name, but he had a kid by a female that we grew up around, Hecka Jamal, but I'm not going to use her name. Shout out to her. She know who she is. You know, as time going on, when I met him, I knew that he had a lot of deception with him, you know, and I knew that I wasn't going to allow him to manipulate me like he manipulated all these other dudes. You know, people catered to him, but at the end of the day, I felt like I'm not going to cater to no man because just the same way, you know, he was that guy. I felt like I was that guy. Before I had met him, I was already getting money. He just was added to what I was doing. But one thing I never let him do is let him play me so close that he played other individuals real close and he backdoored them. You know what I'm saying? And that was something that I chose not to do.
Yeah, I kind of remember when I first seen him. He had a red Montero truck sitting right in front of Fuzzy House. And I remember it was nice. He had raisin rims on, Mickey Thompson tires on it. And I was looking at the truck. He said, well, I spoke to him right then and there, but I didn't do no business with him at that time, As time went on, I got in the game and I moved up. Then a couple times, he did look out for me.
Right.
I remember one time I lost a drug pack once right here by the mailbox. And me and my man, Lil Jeff. Remember Lil Jeff?
Yeah, I remember.
We were from the cops and I dropped it and I couldn't find it. So I'm walking all down, like, damn, man, I gotta get this money back. So Paul was sitting right here. Like, yo, you lost something? Yeah. So he helped me find it. I couldn't find it. So the pack I had was worth $400. So he went in the car, gave me $1,000, man. Y'all don't worry about it.
Mm-hmm.
Keep your head up. And I remember that moment,
Yeah.
And like I say, he had sides to him, and you seen it, but it was really what he did. He rocked a lot of people's sleep.
Yeah.
No one really knew what he was doing after he was arrested. Then all the indictments came out, like, what the hell? When all the stuff, bodies was dropping, we didn't know who or what was doing it at the time.
Yeah.
People was like numb and stung.
Well, I had an idea of some of the stuff that he was into, but like I said, I didn't let the stuff that he was doing, fringe on what I was doing, because I always knew that when you add a lot of homicides to what you're doing, you cause a lot of heat. And one particular officer that, used to be a homicide detective out of 5th District was Gossip.
Gossip Goose.
A white officer that literally, he would come through the neighborhood acting like he's your friend and pick you up, take you somewhere, and next thing you know, he asking you questions about the crime that's in the neighborhood. I wasn't never falling for that because I was a little bit too smart for that. But I've always been a thinker. Sometimes they say people think too much. You can overthink things, but I don't never think you can overthink things. I think you can prepare yourself for, the things that's coming down the line. But one of the questions I've always wanted to ask you, man, Ruth,
yeah.
When you caught that time,
yeah.
Everybody that know around Langston, he did a murder charge. I knew that my name came up a couple of times on certain situations. One of the things I've always wanted to ask you was why you never gave me up.
Well, that was never me. That was never me. See, when I like this, no one forced me into the game. I choose to go in the game. So whatever my choice is, that's what I'm gonna deal with. I didn't believe in I go down, everybody else go down. You know what I mean?
Right.
Spike, my girl, was giving out statements on everybody. She gave statements on everybody.
Right.
Her stuff was like this. She gave statements on you, every goddamn body.
Right.
Even with Lil Andre. She even talked about me having Lil Andre spend the night over the house and what he was doing, and from Roy and all these other youngers. She had a hell of a statement. And it hurt me when she putting everybody in it. Then when they indict me from the homicide to the drug case, because I had a conspiracy.
Mm-hmm.
When the indictment came, conspiracy of unknown people. They were trying to put me and others in a trick bag.
Mm-hmm.
So then I realized, well, the best thing to do is plead out and end this shit.
Right.
Before it go any further.
Yeah. Then also too, we come from a line of, in this neighborhood, bank robberies, hustlers and stuff like that, and one of the things that I was always taught, we left out, Rex Pilo. We got to most definitely bring up Rex.
Rick Lanier
taught us a lot.
The
street codes and stuff like that. One of the street codes that he taught me was, if you get locked up or anything like that, you got to take your charge. And, when I stepped out in the streets, I had already said I can do 10 years or 15 years. I had it in my mind because I knew that what comes with it, it's glamour and glory, but also, too, it's the bars. You end up locked up. You go away for many a number of years and stuff like that. I just knew in my mind that I couldn't be a rat, or I would never rat on anybody because I wouldn't want nobody to rat on me. And which ass people did rat on me, but at the end of the day, I knew it came with it, you know what I'm saying? But as of today, I'm a business owner. I own my own company, Touch of Love. We are multi-business service. We own our own shea butter. We own our own t-shirt line. we got so many different things. And I started all this stuff from just coming home in 1998, September the 3rd. I had owned a car wash, tow trucking company, just multiple different things. I've always wanted to be my own boss.
Yeah, me, place with me, what I'm doing there is I'm doing fishing, man roof fishing. This is the guy that does my shirts.
Yeah.
Man roof fishing, 310, he the one that does the shirt.
Right.
I'm trying to get the youth, teach them fishing and stuff. I'm coming out of my own pocket.
Yeah.
I can't get no federal government grants because all the money tied up, so I'm coming out of my own pocket. I'm trying to teach kids how to fish. Because, I don't want people out here where we was at back in the day, picking up drugs, shooting one another, you know what I mean? And Langston really is a good neighborhood, you know what I mean? And we don't need no more homicides in Langston. And no more funerals, nobody going to jail, no more drug busts and nothing. Because that's all we got. This was our old neighborhood, man.
And one of the things that I want to say to the youth, man, some of the youth, man, you got to learn the word I want to use is resolution, concept resolution, meaning that when somebody get into something, it ain't always got to be, man, going to go get the pistol, because a lot of times it's just miscommunication between two groups, and then sometimes us OGs need to have this conversation with some of the younger fellows. Most of the younger guys feel like, well, hey, man, you old dudes that had y'all time. But, you can never say that, because if anybody to give you any knowledge is someone that been there. Both of us, we can speak from our life experiences. And I can tell you this, my life experiences, man, I'd have been through a lot of trauma. I'd have been through a lot of little different things. But right now to the day at 55 years old, I'm still standing. I'm doing good. I've got good health. And I, praise God that, man, he's giving me the strength and the wisdom to make it through some of the stuff that, I went through, whatever, But I had vowed once I got out that I wasn't going back at any means necessary. I wasn't going back. If I had to sell waters or whatever, I wasn't going back, because that's the system that, is built for a revolving door. They don't teach you anything. If anything, that when you go to the federal system, it's more about who you meet and who you can link up with. Because when you're in the feds, you pretty much around so many people from all over the continent. You might meet somebody from England, you might meet somebody from Russia, you might meet somebody from Hawaii, China, And at the end of the day, I just use it, the federal system as a tool. I never really read a book all the way through until I was incarcerated, And as time went on, I just felt like I didn't have life. I knew one day I would, come home. And I'm glad to be out here that I can actually tell my story.
Yeah, no, right. But anyway, just like he got what? Good life, clothing line and landscaping.
Yep.
And he, the problem he had in life, selling drugs, that he had a downfall, went to jail, and he got himself together. And we got Kurt Bone. All day production, me and Kurt Bone, we comes out here early Thanksgiving, pass out pies and turkeys in the neighborhood. We give back in the neighborhood, and that's what we do, what I mean? And basically, sometimes like we look in the past, I wrote a book.
Yeah.
And the book I call Langston Terrace, Little Brother, supposed to come out in December.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm still, it's already been rented shit since 2006. So I'm just adding a little bit more, taking some of the stuff out, the controversy, taking that out, fixing it together, And I got our homie John Body.
Okay.
He's a photographer. We're gonna help me with the pictures I want to get done.
Yeah.
And that's a good book. Truth be told, some people they gonna see stuff be controversial, whatever. But it's a good book. It's something that after Roy Tatum death and Freddie Crawford death and a couple of people I'm cool with, and Lil Dre who locked up in Coleman Penitentiary.
Right.
My little partner, he used to be out here with me. I owe it to them, to push that book out, even Shannon Battle, Marquis Battle, all them.
So again, when is the book coming out again?
It coming out in December, late this year.
All right, late this year, look for it. And what's the name of the book again?
Langston Terrace, Little Brothers.
Langston Terrace, Little Brothers, And I think that, man, that'll be a good read to pretty much get an understanding about Langston Terrace. You always hear all these things about Langston Terrace, but at the end of the day, it's a lot of entrepreneurs, men that came in this neighborhood and actually doing good things and great things. Like you said before, we got Terry Puller, we got Kurt Bone, we got me, we got Mike, Buzz brother, he got a salon up on U Street, Salon
Master
Essence.
Bay, Master Bay, that's his name.
Shout out to him, and just like I said before, man, him and I, me and man got together, and we just trying to push that fishing thing, because the youth most definitely need, some of the outlet. And at the end of the day, like you said before, all his money go into this. Being an entrepreneur, a lot of people be thinking we got a lot of money or I got a lot of money. Nah, man, I'm spending all my money and putting it into everything that I do. Most people say, oh man, you post a lot, you multitask. I mean, you gotta have your hand in different, pots, and that's something that I always said. Like Damon Dash said that, man, at the end of the day, we can't keep relying that somebody else to feed us. You know what I'm saying? And being an entrepreneur is freedom. A black man is doing his own thing. You can get up, do whatever on your own time. Man, is it hard? Oh man, most definitely. And most of the people that, that support you or don't support you, they look at you in the sense of thinking that, hey, you're going to get rich of you buying shea butter or you buying a sweatshirt. Man, I'm never looking for a person to make me rich. I'm rich in spirit, heart, and mind, And I'm proud of my man right here beside me on my right-hand side, Robert Wilson. Man, he came a long way, man, and I'm really, really, really proud of him, and I love him to death as a brother, We've always stuck together, man, as a family. And like I said before, I'm not saying that the guys in the neighborhood, didn't have a story, but their story they didn't build their self by themselves. It was a lot of other multiple people that played a role and where these people went. You know what I'm saying? They always say one man can't win, a game, and they always take a team of people, and that's what it was. But like I said before, man, I most definitely got to give my shout out to my man, Kurt Bone, Rick Lanier, a couple of other people that, man, shaped me to who I am today.
And the 21st Street Crew, and Deb, and all of them,
Moochie, all
them. You got to give Charlie, Charlie on 21st. You see him on Minnesota Avenue, all them.
Then also, too, man, we got to, give out, condolences to Lil Brad, K-Rock little brother, man. We watched them grow up.
Yeah, man.
Unfortunately, man, I was incarcerated when he got murdered or whatever, but, man, Lil Brad was my man, And at the end of the day, man, we most definitely got to give out shots to Blind Richard. That's my guy, always been my guy.
Richard always been moving.
Greg Seaward, all of Tracy Seaward, all them.
I do an interview with Greg Seaward one-on-one, man.
Yeah.
He got some good stories about my family, some good stories.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, now a little young lady named 202 Wink, she inspired me to do stuff like this.
Oh, yeah,
she got a YouTube.
Oh, yeah,
202 Wink.
Yeah, Wink. We got to give her a shout out, man. She a big supporter in what I do also.
Yeah, and the Muslim brothers and sisters, Princess of Sorceress, Eon Williams, Big Sight, Mooka, all y'all Muslims, yo. We got to stay Muslim. Let's stay unity. No beefing on no YouTube.
Right.
Making us look like food. We Muslim. Allah is great.
And no black man should never, man, murder another black man over this nonsense. You know what I'm saying? This stuff in this neighborhood, man, it'll be here long and gone when we dead. So at the end of the day, man, try to have more unity. Try to support your brothers, man, your sisters. The things that we do is not easy, but at the end of the day, we have our support for our community. When COVID happened, pretty much black-owned money was flowing. Now that when COVID lifted, we want to keep spending our money with people who don't care nothing about us. Here it is, all these Chinese restaurants and liquor stores in our hoods. They don't have them out in the suburbs.
Yeah.
They call them restaurants. They don't call them curry house.
Yeah.
They call them restaurants in the suburbs, but they put this garbage in.
Sugar diabetes heaven.
Yeah.
Yeah, my man, Big Benji.
Man. And I want to thank you for,
man,
bringing me out, man, for me to, to just do this interview with you, man. Unfortunately, man, I got a town today.
Yeah.
So I just want to thank, man, Wilson, everybody, Langston Terrace, man, forever.
Yeah.
And, man, keep your head, peace, and blessings to everybody.
Oh, and let them remember, we are in a Lambo. You see,
we most definitely got to let you know we in a Lamborghini truck.
Yeah.
You know, and that's something that, you know, we wanted to do, man, to show you. We ain't glorifying it. Yeah, hey, but at the end of the
And
day,
we did it with no drug money.
No drug
money. No one got to go to jail, baby.
Right, we work for it.
No doors getting kicked in. No one getting their head popped.
Man. So peace and blessings, Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, and all that, man. And you can hit me up, Touch of Love or LoveJonesBoutique.com for any of my apparel, the stuff that I sell, shea butter oils, bath bombs, soaps, stuff like that. You know, if you want anything from me, you can just hit me up. We'll ship it out to you or I'll deliver it to you. We make all type of custom sweatshirts from Zodiacs to any type of AI or rest in peace or anniversaries.
He got a bunch of good stuff, shirts, everything.
Yeah. So what I'm gonna do is leave as I came. Peace and blessings. And y'all have a great day.
And remember, Allah Akbar, Allah is greatest. Peace.
Right, send it to me when you get a chance, all right? All right, bro. I gotta go drop some stuff off.
Yeah.
I love you, boy.
All right.
Hey, we did good, though.
Yeah.
I hope we did. Hey, man, don't be bad around me. Where my phone at?
Your phone.